The Diocese of Tabora has a great emphasis on evangelism. And in 19 years it has grown from 10 parishes and 10 clergy to 34 parishes and 37 clergy, comprising roughly 145 congregations. This is a rapid growth rate. Each parish has a minister and is usually assisted by one evangelist, who is more like an assistant pastor in Australia for each congregation. The diocese has the vision of planting 20 churches each year. Because of this vision, there is a huge need for the diocese to train men and women to be evangelists in the church. Since July 1997, Tabora Anglican Training Centre opened its doors offering a 3-month and 6-month course, with many of the students having only the equivalent of 4th grade primary school education. Many of these men and women have no money to be trained, so the training centre only charges them a small portion of the total cost. The remainder is paid by the parish. Philip Mpangala, the vice principal, explains why the evangelists can't pay their fees.
First of all, most of our people are poor, and most of them they're just spending on farmers, and our land are already exhausted. Therefore, if we want to harvest good crops, it means you must use enough fertilizers, and people are not affording to have money so that they can buy fertilizers for their shambas. Therefore, due to that problem, really every day they're just retarding instead of going on.
To continue to enable the training centre to reduce the evangelist fees, the college has established various ways of supplementing its income, so that it does not become financially unviable. Firstly, it has established 2 courses, an English course for students prior to starting high school. This is because primary education is in Swahili and high school education is in English. There is also an English course and computer course for adults to equip them for their vocations. In the future, there is hope to begin a sewing course. Secondly, the training centre has a cow whose milk is sold to help raise income for the centre. Some of the milk is also used to improve the diet for the students. The training centre has been given a donation to buy a second cow. The third way of reducing the cost for the evangelists is by growing maize, using the land of the training centre which was previously used by the staff to grow their crops.
Because the diocese has a new vision of strengthening the churches spiritually, the centre is starting a new course which will be available for evangelists and all Christians. People will have a choice to study full-time or part-time. After completing 12 subjects, people will receive a certificate, similar to the PTC course, but at a lower level. Pastors will be able to attend any of these subjects as a refresher course. In the future, we hope to offer this course as a correspondence course. The centre's vision is that we'll be able to equip evangelists, lay people and pastors so that they will grow in maturity and be empowered to teach other people. What can you do in Australia? I asked Danson, who was our storekeeper and accountant, this question.
First of all, I would ask the people of Australia to pray for us, because it's only God who helps human beings in every field, on every sector. We have so many things which we need for the Bible school, especially financial situation is not good, because we need some buildings, some classes. Right now we are using the church, which has been divided into small rooms to accommodate classes and offices as well. But the main thing is just to pray for us. Thank you.
St Philip's Clinic was first opened in 1997. It was built by the diocese to supplement the poor services available in Tabora and is run by Christian staff. It consisted of 3 consulting rooms, a mother and child clinic, a treatment room, a laboratory and room for injections. As many treatments are given by injection, many modifications have taken place to expand the clinic's facilities. People travel long distances to be treated at the clinic, which serves a large area with a radius of approximately 120 kilometres. They come to the clinic because they know that they will receive good service and that the tests and drugs are reliable.
The laboratory has 5 staff and does a number of comprehensive tests. Malaria, worms and diarrhoea are the most common diseases, followed closely by HIV and syphilis. In 2006, the clinic was approached by the evangelist of the village, Mwakashinde, to start a mobile clinic. This village did not have a clinic prior to this, and people had to walk long distances for medical treatment. When the mobile clinic first started, some children, even as old as 3 years, were attending who had never had any vaccinations or health checks. Originally, the clinic would go every 4 weeks, taking a nurse, doctor, lab technician and support staff. The local school buildings were used as a base. Today, a house has been purchased and the clinic visits the village every 2 weeks. However, this mobile clinic does not cover its costs, as many of the villagers do not have the cash to pay for treatment. Early 2007, it was noticed that there were a lot of patients with high blood pressure and other heart-related diseases. A cardiac clinic was born. Originally, this started with just 4 to 6 patients each week, but it wasn't long before there were 25 to 30. The decision was then made to have the cardiac clinic operate on 2 days each week. At present, there are between 20 to 25 patients coming on each day the clinic is open. These patients are usually suffering from elevated blood pressure, with quite a number with heart failure, including a number of children. It is very encouraging to see patients who were dependent on help from others being able to return to independent living with the right medication. In all of this, how do Tanzanians see God at work? They see God at work through the staff, who are taught that it is important to have a high standard of care and attitude towards the patients, which is lacking in the local hospital. The clinic uses other Christians to extend the friendship and care that was started by the clinic and the development department.